But though we are bound to endorse the verdict against the left man, most people will have a certain sympathy for him. So, though we are shocked at the kind of way, the way he acted, throwing a person out because he didn't say please, yet we would feel a certain sort of sympathy for him because he was insulted as a person. Even though it's the being a lift man is not like a blue collar job, so a white collar job. I'm sorry, uh, though it is not like a respectable or um, a, a high status job, right? It's not anything that is given respect in society, but still they have a dignity. In England, like even people who carry lower jobs and all, like lower rung jobs are respected, right? Please. Suggests that, which he did not give. While it is true that there is no law that compels us to say please, there is a social practice much older and much sacred than any law which enjoins us to be civil. And the first requirement of civility is that we should acknowledge a service. Please and thank you are the small change with which we pay our way as social beings. So these things actually are older than any decalogue, any Ten Commandments, or any sort of legal sort of laws that have come about to deal with crimes and misdemeanors, right? So he says that this social code that has existed, this order, this civility that we have inherited, goes back a time ago. It's an ancient thing. It is more ancient than um, any of the recent laws and legalities that have come about. And he says that saying please and saying thank you are like a payment that you give as social beings. They are the little courtesies by which we keep the machine of life oiled and running speedily. They put our intercourse upon the basis of friendly cooperation and easy give and take, instead of on the basis of superiors dictating to inferiors. It is a very vulgar mind that would wish to command where he can have the service of asking, and have it with a willingness and good feeling instead of resentment. So, what is he saying here? He's saying that only vulgar minds would actually want to harshly exert their superiority over others and command when they could actually ask with a please and say thank you after receiving a service. Though there is payment going on, though it's like technically um, you do pay a person for doing some sort of, for example, a plumber or a lawnmower or something like that. Um, you you do end it with the thanks, and you do request that person to with a please to do that. Okay, do that work, though you are paying him. It's not that you are barking orders like a superior. That is what he's saying. Only vulgar minds would do that. Civilized minds, people living in a civil society, would prefer to ask where and receive it with a good mind. So even if people are superior and bark orders and get the work done, the people who suffer these insults would not do that with their whole heart. They would have a sort of resentment and you know uh, some sort of bad feeling, okay, and devoid of any sort of warmth in the whole interaction. So it should be a smooth sort of give and take. It should be something with respect on both sides. It should not be something vulgar. It should not be something vulgar as someone superior barking orders to the inferior. This lesson is very important in our country because mostly in our public life, we have gotten used to this sort of superiors dictating to inferiors. And everyday hawkers, plumbers, or any of the person with a lower rung job, lower status job, is not respected. Okay, many times you encounter this in India, where people insult each other, right? And it has gotten to a point that if you are polite, you say please or thank you, it is seen as a sign of weakness. And raising your voice and talking with a superior sort of tone is something which is uh, highly seen as something which is important, right? Uh, Something that which is necessary to do, which it is not. Okay, as a culture, we need to change this. Okay, there are some areas in India, some places, some people groups and societies, because in India, it's nothing is uh, uniform throughout the country. There are places where people actually are extra polite and have this good manners of asking, okay, and saying thank you also. So that is what he's proposing here. Instead of being, uh, you know, authoritative,